Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. We are going to be diving back into some Nukes Top 5. I understand there's a lot of people who question this channel and everything and how they add in sound effects and whatnot, and all of this seems to be actually quite true. I genuinely enjoy sometimes watching some of the videos that are so obviously fake, and sometimes they're actually hard to make out whether they're fake or not, and those are the ones I kind of have fun picking at. Want to see me continue doing reactions to Nukes Top 5, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're not going to waste too much time. This one is called 10 Scary Videos for Full Screen Terror. I'm not expecting to strike gold when it comes to Nuke's Top 5. I just genuinely have a fun time watching some of the videos he brings out. I'm going to do my utmost best. I'm no professional debunker by any means. I'm a reaction channel who just genuinely enjoys talking about the paranormal and horror movies and all that great stuff. I'm not sure if you can tell by my background, but it's all there in your face, kind of. That's kind of my thing, and I love just expressing it. So here we go with the video. Nope.
Hidden away in the countryside of Chillicothe, Ohio, is the Schrader Road Tunnel. Built underneath a set of railroad tracks in 1927.
I feel like I've heard of this place. Chillicothe, Ohio is a 30-minute drive from where I live. This might be an idea. This place might be an idea, depending on what they catch. Might be an idea for a trip video, if you guys want.
The old road tunnel.
Now, depending if we go at nighttime, I don't know. I'm pretty chicken shit for the most part. So if I see, like, this is the tunnels and shit like that scare me a little bit because you never know who could be down there. And this is a real thing. I know people always say, oh, you say that too much. Ah, there could be some drug addicts. There could be some. Have you seen the world? That shit can happen, guys. It's not an unrealistic thing. They're like, oh, it's always some sort of guy, you know, doped up on something. And yeah, sometimes when you see a random person walking strangely in the background of some of these videos, yeah, it's not as rare as you might think. You wish it was, but no, not necessarily. Yeah, so just keep that in mind when you see these videos and you see some weird people running off in the backgrounds of certain videos, just weird-like, probably someone hopped up on something. That's a pretty reasonable answer, and it more than likely is to be the case. But with these tunnels and caves, I mean, you never know what you could walk in on. Like some sort of ritualistic practice. You could be walking in on some drug deal and you weren't supposed to see that. So now they're trying to intimidate you and chase you out of there. I mean, this shit can happen.
It's said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that long ago, a woman was carrying her baby while walking along the train tracks late at night. The two were hit by an oncoming train. It is said that her ghost and the ghost of her baby haunt the Schrader Road Tunnel.
Okay. Already a nitpick right here. Now, this is a very common story you hear in most towns. We have one here too. There is a crybaby bridge somewhere here in our little town. And supposedly the mother is always looking for the baby, and you can apparently hear the baby crying at night and things like that. Like apparently children will push the vehicle over the bridge, things along those lines. Those stories I don't necessarily believe. I feel like that's just more than likely a speculation or a rumor that goes around. How do you not feel the train coming or hear the train coming if there's a train coming? There's no way you couldn't, right? Unless it was an intentional kind of thing.
Tunnel. Many people who have traveled through the tunnel report that they have seen the ghostly figure of a woman holding her baby. Others report hearing odd, unexplained wails and moans. Because of this, locals started referring to the Schrader Tunnel by a very different and much creepier name, the Crybaby Tunnel.
As you do! The Crybaby Tunnel, the Crybaby Bridge, the Crybaby. How about come up with a new name? Yeah, that's fun. The Weeping Tunnel. The Weeping Tunnel would have been something different. Yeah, anytime I hear that term, unless there's actual documentation of like an actual woman dying in this certain area because of that exact reason, I just don't hold that worth of nothing. You know, I just feel like it's so overly used. There literally is one here in Ohio, like in my town.
So, Levi Woodruff is intrigued by the spooky stories and sets out to explore the Crybaby Tunnel late one night. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
So I've been down in here in a place called Crybaby's Tunnel. It's a place that's local around my area. And they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby, or her body was dumped right there in the creek down here. There's something dead right there. Bro, there's something dead right there.
An animal, I'm assuming.
A dead deer. It's a dead deer. I've been out here forever trying to get stuff, bro. This place is spooky. Is
Yeah.
anybody out there?
Well, that just...
Hello? Right.
Yeah. Again, these are the kind of videos that it's hard to take. It's hard to really accept them. Only because, and there's a reason why, there's no investigation. There's nothing. Most of the time, the guy was facing his camera at the walls of the building instead of down the tunnel where the crying's coming from. Now, if he actually were to have walked down there and seen what it was, now it did sound like a baby. I'll give him that. And look, in most situations, if you're in this situation, you're probably going to want to run too. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to bash him too much because, honestly, I might shit my pants. If I heard that in a bridge called Crybaby Bridge and it's late at night and I know for a fact there's nobody out there, unfortunately, there was no guarantee. He didn't know there was nobody out there. For all they know, there could have been someone down there with a baby at that time at night. But at first, it sounded like a person talking and then the baby cry, right? Like, but unfortunately, there's just not enough. Like, that feels real. That actually feels genuine. Like, this actually feels like a legitimate situation, but there's no telling if that was actually a ghost or just somebody literally, like, knowing that it's called Crybaby Bridge, pulling out their phone and playing a baby crying sound effect. You know what I mean? And they would have known he was there because he said, hey, is anybody there? They would have totally been set up for that. I don't know. It just, unfortunately, there's just not enough. I really wish he, you know, would have investigated, but unfortunately, this is not, well, to be fair, this is not an investigation. This is just a guy making a creepy video. And now, this could have been set up completely. Maybe he knew the people down there. I don't know. His situation, though, man, if he really did not know who that was down there and he started hearing a baby cry, you can't blame him for running. I think I would have ran too. Probably not paranormal if I had to guess. Only because the lack of what was shown, you know what I mean? That's the thing you got to look for is, what are they filming in the moment of them doing this? He's mostly filming the graffiti on the walls. And then he aims it towards the ground, I think, and then all of a sudden he starts running because he hears something. And that's a typical thing you see a lot in these videos too, is that they'll go into these locations, they'll start filming the walls or whatever have you, start telling the story of the spooky person, and the only thing that seemed like it could have been legitimately like, oh, he wasn't expecting that, would have been the deer. The dead deer down below. I don't know, I'm leaning more into the possibility of this being a setup. That was a creepy sound.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
In the pitch black darkness of the tunnel with nothing but a flashlight, Levi suddenly hears the disturbing cry.
Even then, he's not even, like, look at this. He's only facing it to the side. Why aren't you facing it down the center of the tunnel?
Levi suddenly hears
Because there's more to the tunnel there, right?
the disturbing cries of a baby. Familiar with the spooky stories about the tunnel, Levi makes a run for it.
Yep.
So could these cries belong to the spirit of the baby that tragically passed away at the creepy old railroad tunnel? And is the ghost of the baby's mother also inside, just waiting for someone to come in?
Yeah, again, he's only facing it towards the side of it. Why not face it down the center? Unless he knew something. It doesn't look like that tall, like that long of a tunnel. So it only makes sense that there could have been already somebody at the end. He was probably too worried that he would have caught him in the flashlight. If I had to guess. Hard to tell, hard to make out. I don't know the situation, but to me, it feels like a very generic kind of paranormal creepy video setup.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
The House of Light and Shadows. TikTok.
Kind of reminds me of the House of Darkness and House of Light title.
Creator Anthony Yamada has dedicated his TikTok page to making videos about life in Japan and the available homes and real estate there. In one of his videos, Anthony is giving a tour through an affordable 4-bedroom home in Fukuoka City, Japan.
Ooh.
When this happens.
Here's what $760 gets you in Fukuoka, Japan. Now today we have a classic Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of 12 man yen. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Well, Anthony didn't. But soon after he enters, a shadow can be seen moving around and standing by.
Okay, this is tough to tell because look how thin those legs are. Now that could be just the glass. It more than likely is. This looks like a mannequin.
Behind a translucent Japanese-style wall. But when Anthony looks behind the wall, there's no one there. But Anthony didn't notice any of this until shocked viewers quickly flooded the comment section, wondering if the reasonable price of only $760 a month for a 4-bedroom home
Yeah, the lack. Okay,
in
give me a
large
sec.
popular city has anything to do with that.
I see an issue here. Already. Now, granted, at the time, I would have probably ate this up.
Some viewers even jokingly ask if the ghost is included with the house. Now, is this a Japanese ghost or not? And would you pay $760 a month to live with one? I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Unfortunately, I see this being 100% a hoax. That thing looked like a mannequin, and if you had noticed, the window is wide open. So in the time that he looks over and looks back, and also, am I crazy? Does this...
Take a Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of...
I don't know, the window's open. There's a lot of things that easily, if someone had a string attached to a mannequin, they could have literally flung that thing out that window and hit it really quick. I don't know. Or it could be cut to a point where it's hard to tell if they just removed it. This does not feel legitimate at all. And he doesn't really show too much of the house. He doesn't even go, like, towards the, he doesn't even walk down here and show what's behind here. He just kind of goes in, looks at the window, boom, boom, and then walks back.
And this 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores.
Did you see it?
I did.
Well, Anthony didn't. But soon after he enters, a shadow can be seen moving around and standing behind a translucent Japanese-style wall. But when Anthony looks behind the wall, there's no one there.
They said it was moving. I didn't see it moving. If I did, it's...
Store and convenience stores.
Give me a sec.
Did you see it? Well, Anthony didn't. But soon after...
Store and convenience stores.
Did you see it? Well, Anthony didn't. But soon after...
I think whoever was moving it, or if it was a person, more than likely, if I had to guess, whatever this is, what is that? Right here on the screen, what is that? Is that like a compartment? Like you can go in and out of this?
Shadow can be seen moving around and standing behind a...
Maybe it's not a mannequin. It might have been a person, and whoever it was might have went over here, got through here. As you noticed, when he walks over, he didn't fully pan over there immediately.
Translucent Japanese-style wall. But when Anthony looks behind...
I'm having fun.
...the wall, there's no one there.
It's so... Okay, if someone was able to get in through here and go to the other side, you wouldn't have been able to see it because this is completely blocked out.
But Anthony didn't notice any of this until shocked viewers quickly flooded the comment section, wondering if the reasonable price of only $760 a month for a 4-bedroom home in a large popular city has anything to do with that. Some viewers...
It feels too set up. So many possibilities of somebody, like either it is a mannequin and it was set there and they pulled it out of the window, or it's actually somebody, they ran out of the window, easily could have done that, landed on the ground and hit under the window. Yeah, you could have done a lot here.
Even jokingly ask if the ghost is included with the house. Now, is this a Japanese ghost or not? And would you pay $760 a month to live with one? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Reaper. TikTok user Jess is a certified nursing assistant. One night, she's working the late shift in the psychiatric unit at an old and allegedly haunted children's hospital in Maine. She spots something that sends a chill down her spine.
Okay, there's nobody here, right? Nobody here. What is that? Because it is not me. This is me waving, closing the door. What is that? And here comes the door back opening. And nobody's there. But yet. Hi.
A dark human-like figure can be seen standing in front of Jess in the hospital hallway mirror. But there's no one there. A TikTok commenter points out that she might be seeing the image of a reaper, there to collect someone to take their soul to the other side. There to collect someone to take their soul to the other side. Jess confirms that, strangely, one of her patients actually did pass away the following day. It's worth mentioning that Nurse Jess has never posted any paranormal content on her TikTok.
That doesn't mean she can't start.
And has only ever shared videos about her life and experiences working as a certified nursing assistant. So could this be a reaper caught on camera? You decide.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to that one a little bit because I have like I don't think that is anybody a reaper or anything.
Okay, there's nobody here, right? Nobody here.
Yep. Okay, that's her.
What is that? Because it is not me. This is me waving, closing the door.
Okay, yeah.
And here comes the door back opening.
Okay, open it all the way.
Nobody's there. But yet.
That's... Okay, that is weird. Now I'm seeing what she's... Okay, this is the door right here. My God, I'm an idiot. This is the door right here. This is the thing that she's opening and closing. So, whatever is... Yeah. It would be...
Hi.
Okay. Yep, she's waving.
A dark human-like figure can be seen standing in front of Jess in the hospital hallway mirror. But there's no one there.
No, it would be one thing though. She got up and looked right here because I'm actually curious to see what could be standing on the other side of this door that could possibly make that, but she never does that.
A TikTok commenter points out that she might be seeing the image of a reaper, there to collect someone to take their soul to the other side. Jess confirms that, strange.
Yeah, I wish she stood up. If she stood up in that video, I would love to see it, but it doesn't look like she even stood up to go check. She just kind of sat there and pointed it out in the mirror.
One of her patients actually did pass away the following day. It's worth mentioning that Nurse Jess has never posted any paranormal content on her TikTok and has only ever shared videos about her life and experiences working as a certified nursing assistant. So could this be a reaper caught on camera? You decide. Down below. Crafter Maura Johnson from Huntington Beach, California is packing for a trip to sell her handmade goods at a Las Vegas trade show. Suddenly, she and her business partner hear something downright creepy coming from somewhere just below their feet.
We're trying to deal with this. I have had not enough coffee to deal with this. Honestly, this is coming from the dream. Okay. That's some creepy word.
100%, there's someone down there.
Where is that?
There's someone down there.
What is going on around here?
My business partner decides to join the siren call.
Obnoxious as hell.
Maura and her business partner hear creepy sounds and what can only be described as singing coming from the sewer drain. The time of this recording is at 5:45 in the morning, so it makes
Ugh.
no sense that anyone would be down in the sewer that early, much less singing. Now, Mara is in no way claiming that she captured anything otherworldly. In fact, none of her videos on her TikTok page have anything to do with the paranormal at all. Mara simply posted this one creepy, unexplained moment that she experienced. So, just what is this? And who or what is down in the sewer singing at 5:45 in the morning?
Oh man, it literally could be a person, an animal. It could be a coyote, maybe, like next to an opening. I mean, and it could be echoing. More than likely, it's just a person, or it's a couple of kids fucking around, or an animal just howling. I mean, there's so many possibilities.
For now, this eerie capture remains unexplained. We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. A room with a view. Ever since they moved into their new apartment, Joey Chalupny and his family have been experiencing strange, unexplained activity. Their furniture and belongings seem to inexplicably move on their own. Their infant son's toys turn on and off at random, and they often hear the sound of doors and cabinets opening and closing on their own. So on this particular day, Joey suddenly hears something very odd coming from his son's bedroom. He is determined to capture evidence of the supernatural activity in the apartment, so he takes out his phone and begins to record. What he captures is truly chilling.
So me and my wife have been living in this apartment for about 6 months now. For the past 2 weeks, some weird things have been happening in our son's room. So I wasn't gonna record, but I came here to feed the cats. We have 2 cats. So I came over to feed them, and I noticed that in his room, my son's room back here, there's one of my cats, I can hear his toy being
Just
played.
chilling.
And it was not on before. It is playing right now. And I don't know why it's playing right now. I didn't leave it on. But even if I did leave it on, like, I'll turn it off. Even if I did turn it on, it wouldn't automatically play. You'd have to, even if I brush over the keys, it doesn't really go. So you'd have to really press the button and make it go. And it was not on, and it turned on, and I could hear it, and that's why I started recording. And now that I'm looking around, there's stuff knocked over, there's plants knocked over, there's fake plants knocked over, there's books on the ground, the wipes are on the floor, I don't know what is going on. And there is no one here. I am here by myself. There's nothing here. Do you see that? Am I insane? Am I insane? Someone just walked by the window, and I will go out there and show you that no one is here. This door is locked. This is the door you're just looking at. This door is locked.
Yep, take your time.
There's nothing out here.
My guy?
Nothing out here. There's a closet door. This is also locked. I don't think we've ever opened that door. It's always been locked. Just the weirdest things are happening. Weirdest things are happening.
An electronic toy.
Okay. But, unfortunately, you're acting extremely calm for seeing something like that. And you took your time. You took your sweet time getting around to that door. Okay, they could have been easily crouched down right here.
He turns on by itself, and as Joey looks around the room, a strange shadow.
Yeah, that person didn't even look that tall. That could have been a kid, but again, all you had to have was an adult down by the balcony ready to pick the kid up and take them off the porch, and you gave them plenty of time to do a lot there.
Can be seen passing
Or it could be an adult crawling on their hand, like crawling on their knees, right?
by the balcony window. Joey shows that there's no one outside and that there's nowhere for anyone to hide. In fact,
I can't really see.
this window is on an enclosed balcony, 12 feet off the ground. Electronic toy turns on by itself, and as Joey looks around the room, a strange shadow can be seen passing by the balcony window. Joey shows that there's no one outside and that there's nowhere for anyone to hide.
I'm trying to make out the balcony like height. He says 12 feet. I'm trying to see it.
In fact, this window is on an enclosed balcony 12 feet off the ground. It would basically be impossible for anyone to climb up, walk by this window, and then just
Or If they had a ladder.
Disappear by the time Joey rushed outside.
He didn't rush. He did not rush.
Later that evening, Joey receives a motion notification from the nanny cam in his son's room.
Okay.
He checks the feed and is shocked by what he finds.
If you look really closely, the rocking chair starts to move. It's in the corner. You can see it's very slight, but you can see the shadow kind of moving. It's rocking on its own. There's no one there. Everyone is at my mom's house right now. Everyone's at my mom's house. And then the wipes fly off the dresser. And then the hamper, the baby's hamper falls over. Like, what is going on? No one's there. What is happening?
Okay.
A rock.
Now, obviously, these are the things I look for in fakery. And why does a spirit have the need to just start knocking shit over? I have never understood this for the longest I have lived. Why is it that all spirits, and I'm going to tell you something that they all have in common. Most of the time when it's just stuff being knocked over, it's all set up to be knocked over. Again, there are so many places that you could easily hide in that room with strings attached to each of your fingers and moving stuff and knocking stuff and making it look so set up. It's ironic that the only way you can see the rocking chair through the security camera is through the mirror. So you could easily have someone off in one of the corners messing with it. It's just, this is the stuff that is a common occurrence with almost every fake, family-esque, paranormal haunted house series I have seen. Always random shit just get knocked over. And 90% of the time, it feels too set up. And it's proven to be fake. So I look for that shit, and to me, that is just another kind of one of those check things, you know?
The rocking chair sitting in the corner of his son's bedroom begins to rock back and forth by itself, almost as if someone is sitting in it. Then some baby wipes fly off the dresser, and a hamper falls over onto the floor. Joey says that the family has already made plans to move to another apartment, and until then, they will be staying at his mother's house.
See how he walks to the window very slowly, opens the curtains? Now let me show you guys that there's nobody out here. Takes his sweet time getting around. At that point, you could easily have someone open the door, let whoever was out on there get back inside the house, hide really quick, and then, yeah, there's just so much that could have been done there.
Scary videos. Jason...
If that was me, here's what I would have done. I would have lifted up the blinds, opened the window, put the camera out there with my head, and recorded everything out on the porch. I wouldn't have walked around.
Barber from Salisbury, North Carolina, comes home from work, and he gets the unexpected scare of a lifetime.
Okay. Whoa! Yeah? Make sure your cat's getting pretty close.
A big angry snake is hiding around the edges of Jason's front door and lunges out in an attempt to bite him.
My God.
Luckily for Jason, the bite was a miss, and the snake is actually a non-poisonous black rat snake. But something to be learned from this. If you walk up and your cat is just staring at the door and meowing.
Yep. The cats know best, man. Psychics in themselves. They're like, this could be bad.
Reason.
The cat's like, buddy, he was even meowing at him.
Maybe take a closer look before you just head in.
The cat was gone. That's awesome.
In another
good job. Good dodge right there. Your reflexes are on point.
clip, a man and woman have a similar scary encounter. The couple pulls
Did that dog literally run back and grab its toy?
out an old step stool and is shocked to find a large snake hiding under a box right in front of it. They make a run for it with their puppy following close behind.
Look at the
But
dog.
the puppy is not gonna let the snake have his toy. So he just runs back in and yoinks it away.
I love that dog. That's fantastic.
Snake or not,
I love this.
Nothing is getting his favorite toy.
Fuck you!
Game changer. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Christopher Duncan emailed us some creepy CCTV footage captured at a small church in rural Mississippi. the CCTV camera is recording the playroom of the church's, quote, youth group when something happens that no one at the church can explain.
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? It's not moving. No. Oh, no. Watch. Watch, John. Watch.
That hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch
It's about to go crazy and break.
Wow.
It's still moving, y'all. It's still moving.
If it floats in the air and goes for the child, you'll freak out. And then it just moves. It's so good.
A pool stick on the floor of the church playroom can be seen rolling around, shaking, and vibrating all on its own before it just snaps right in half. Chris says that the kids in the room were so busy and loud that they didn't even notice the creepy event. But after playtime, church officials found the broken pool stick on the floor and went back to check the CCTV footage to find out just who did it. They were pretty shocked to see that the pool stick seemed to just break on its own. Chris says the church is known to be haunted and that there have been many other incidents of paranormal activity over the
Okay, that's kind of cool. That was kind of cool footage. I'm not sure how to like go about debunking that one right now, at least. So I kind of have to just let it be. That one's kind of neat. And their reactions to it, you know, how they're talking in the background, kind of feel like, you know, they're actually just genuinely shocked to see this actually happen on camera. Okay, that one's, I like that one. I like that one, actually. I'm curious to hear what other professional debunkers think of that. I guess there could be something under the, like in the ground that might have shook it, I suppose, but breaking it like that, it would take quite a bit of force. I mean, pool tables are pretty damn sturdy. So you got to have a lot of force, unless it was already breaking and then they just kind of went along with it. But it looks like it just, yeah, cool. That was cool.
last 20 years.
Okay.
So could this be the work of an angry spirit or an aggressive entity? And why at a church? Let me know what you think. Strange noises from the toilet. This next video was posted to the Nukes Top 5 subreddit, and I really appreciate all my subreddit followers, so I'm just gonna repeat what someone on there wrote that I should say about this video. Reddit user Minato caught something really odd on his home camera while pooping. So user Minato is actually a guy named Dustin, and he apparently has an extensive collection of bongs. But never mind that. Let's just analyze what Dustin heard while dropping the kids off at the pool.
Hello?
A soft female voice can be heard calling out, "Dustin?"
Hello?
Now Dustin is home alone, but he says the voice was so clear that he thought a stranger was standing right outside his bathroom door. Even creepier, Dustin's two dogs seem to be anxiously looking around the living room, almost as if they can see something that we can't.
Probably.
So did Dustin capture, quote, something really odd on his home camera while pooping? And just how many bongs does one fellow need? Dustin, you can answer these questions and more down in the comments.
I'd have to see the full video because for all I know, someone could be at the door saying, "Hey, Dustin," you know what I mean? So I can't really go by too much on this one. Voice message kind of thing with his phone. It could be, you know, someone, maybe he dialed someone by accident and they're at, say, Dustin. You know what I mean? Like, there's just too much. There's too much there. There's not enough. There's not enough. So I'll just say it's probably
Melville
not.
Cemetery.
Okay.
A Nukes Top 5 viewer and YouTuber who goes by the name Wishy reached out to us about a live stream from the allegedly haunted Melville Cemetery in Melville, New York. Wishy says that his friend Brian went out to broadcast a Ouija board session live from the Melville Cemetery while his friends watched and talked to him on Discord. Now, the Melville Cemetery is located on Sweet Hollow Road, a road that has many tragic and ghostly legends attached to it. One such legend is that a school bus driver lost control and drove off the bridge crossing Sweet Hollow Road. All of the school children on the bus met a tragic fate. Another legend says that 3 boys took their own lives
I'd
by
have to see
hanging themselves
documentation.
from that very same Sweet Hollow Bridge. So it goes without saying that Sweet Hollow Road and the cemetery are said to be extremely haunted.
As a matter of fact, okay, let's see. Sweet Hollow Bridge. Sweet Hollow Road. Okay, there's... Yeah. In addition of being located right next to Mount Misery, a ghastly location in its own right, Sweet Hollow Road is the site of several ghostly legends, the most tragic among the states, which again, if you have to say legend, then more than likely, it's just... it's simply not true. If there's no documentation of an actual school bus dying with a bunch of children in it, and it's not documented anywhere, it's already fake. It's just a local legend made up by somebody, and they just go along with it. So I'm already kind of very skeptical about that, and I actually would go as far as saying I just don't believe it's true. You can't provide like an actual newspaper clipping or like an actual documentation or anything like that. It's just more than likely not true.
Brian is on a Discord call with his friends, who you'll hear in the background, and he is streaming live as he decides to do a Ouija board session just outside the gate of the Melville Cemetery. Things start to go wrong, and what happens next is truly terrifying.
Yo, that's moving. Yo, oh my god, we're close.
Why is it going to no?
It said no?
It said no.
This camera's moving.
Yo, the camera's moving. Yo, bro, the camera's moving.
Bro, I'm leaving, bro. Yo, I'm leaving. Was it you that moved the camera?
Jeez, Murphy, that scared me.
Bro, the fucking car is going off, bro. Yo! Bro.
Understandably, Brian is a little freaked out, but he manages to stay calm, reposition his camera, and continue his live
I'd be
stream.
pissed if my camera fell.
Are there any spirits here that would like to talk to me? Bro, I didn't even ask it.
That's insane, dude.
Let me guess, camera's gonna go over again?
Was that you that just turned on the alarm?
This poor y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Okay?
Yes. Bro.
Yeah, I might want to turn that off.
I left the keys over. I'm panicking, bro. Where the are the keys?
Brian is a little freaked out, but his friends keep telling him that he needs to go and say goodbye using the Ouija board. You see, in the paranormal community, not signing off by saying goodbye at the end of a session is considered to be a horrible mistake and is said to invite the contacted spirit to remember.
Well, yeah, because you're not shutting the door. Allegedly, you're not shutting the door for the spirits. So, like, if you just leave, supposedly the spirits are now able to do whatever they want and will follow you, since you're the one who opened the door to begin with.
Remain attached to the Ouija board user. So, Brian goes back. And this is when shit goes sideways.
Yeah, let's see.
I took the lights and everything. Bro. Oh my f***ing god, bro. Bro, the board went in.
Get the phone, get your phone. Get out there, bro. Oh my god, I saw that.
Okay. Already, I'm determining it's fake. And the reason why I'm going to go ahead and say it's fake is because you notice that there's one thing that this person has done the entire time, besides like messing with the camera. He has been facing the camera down every time he has it in his hands at the ground. Something tells me there is somebody there setting all of this up. and he is doing his utmost best to make sure they are not caught on camera. First, it was the camera being messed with, right? And you couldn't see what was behind it. And when he did try to face it behind, like when he did kind of take the camera off and walked behind it, he never faced it out towards the woods or anything. And the place for someone to hide, if they were messing with both the camera and car, would be right between the camera and the car. And in the wooded area, right between the camera and the car, that is probably where the person was. So, and when he went to his car, that gave the person enough time to get inside the gate to pull the Ouija board through the gate with a string, and he never faced the camera up towards that area where if there was someone with a string, they would have been caught in camera. So, guarantee you it's a setup.
We caught that on camera.
I'm leaving, bro.
Yeah, I think it's set up.
I'm leaving.
The Ouija board suddenly slides across the pavement to the other side of...
See, he never... Here, let's take a look at the quick glimpse that we get to see of the...
Across the pavement to the...
There could be anybody hiding behind one of those, or back in here.
Others...
And the Ouija board's going off in that direction of where there is something that someone can hide behind. Yeah, it's set up.
Gate, right into Melville Cemetery. Brian starts to leave. But after everything that has happened, he again begins to worry that he didn't say goodbye after using the Ouija board. So, Brian goes back again. He plans to jump the fence and retrieve the board.
I'm jumping the fence, bro. I'm jumping the fence. Bro. Bro, Chris. Chris, look at the stream.
Oh my god, bro.
There's a big fire in there.
There's a fire?
There's a fire.
Get out of there, run. Run. Yo, get out of there. I'm not gonna get out of there.
Bro, what is burning though?
A fire can be seen burning on the road inside the cemetery. Even though his friends advise him to just leave, Brian once again feels that he should definitely try to retrieve that board.
No. You see, that's how you know it's set up, because nobody with the right mind, especially someone that jumpy, would actually go in there looking for an Ouija board and see a fire started. He obviously knows who put the fire up. He knows everything. He knows it all. There's no way. If you're that scared and you're dropping your camera repeatedly, you're not just going to go in there after seeing a fire started. There's no way.
To say goodbye.
It's in, you didn't see
No.
it? No. Bro, you had to. No, I wasn't on my phone. I was looking.
You can sort of see someone over there.
Look,
Bro.
show the fire, show the fire. Is this the hole?
Like on the very top of the hill. Oh, it's a camera flare. It's a lens flare. Gotcha.
Bro, I'm jumping. I'm jumping.
Yesterday you did your blessings, you did your prayers.
Bro,
Remember that.
it's literally graves.
What if it's like a graveyard watch or something?
No, it's not.
Yeah, the graveyard, that's a thing.
Bro, I see it. I see it. Yo, it's the board.
It's the board.
It's the board and the planchette.
It's the board. No, with the planchette. No, it's going up. It's going up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fake. It's fake. You don't have that kind of reaction. You'd be gone. Are you serious right now? If I saw that and I had no idea who it was, I'm in my car and I'm gone. Fuck the Ouija board. I'm gone. I'm not risking that shit. For all I know, there could be a cult on the other side of that gate. No, it's 100%. He knows who's out there. Yeah, he would. And that's the reason why he's doing it, because he feels safe, because he knows the people.
Bro, I'm not touching it.
Say goodbye. Oh, say goodbye. Don't say goodbye. Oh, the board is burnt. Oh my god, burnt. The board is burnt. Oh, sorry, I don't know the board. That was the board. That was the fucking board.
So do I just say goodbye?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, why are you wasting your time?
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Just say goodbye. Drag it. Say goodbye.
I did.
Brian is finally able to say goodbye on the Ouija board, and he just gets out of there. But is it real? Or is it all just a very elaborate live stream hoax?
It's set up.
I leave that up to you.
Again, because the fact that it's live, that is exactly why he would face his camera at the ground for like 99% of this stream. Because he doesn't want to catch any of the people who are setting this up in the background. And he knows that. He knows if he took that risk, people would automatically know that it's set up. And I think there's more than one. There could be somebody on the other side of that gate. I think there might be just one other person because, you know, yeah, I wouldn't want that many people because I wouldn't want to risk someone seeing it either if I were to fake something like this.
You to decide. You can see even more of this scary live Ouija board session over on
And again, how else would they put that fire out so quickly? You know what I mean? Like, they had to have, that's a pretty big fire for just one Ouija board. So they had to lit something pretty decently good size to make sure people saw the fire. And they probably have a fire extinguisher on one of the other side of one of those tombstones, right? That would explain it. Or something along those lines, like just fire extinguisher, throw something over it, put it out really quick, and then run and hide.
YouTube channel, I'm Wishy. Drawn out.
Okay.
Tattoo artist Liz Cruz is working on a customer's tattoo in her home studio in Erie, Pennsylvania. Things suddenly take a very disturbing turn.
I'm just, like adjusting the wheel a little bit, and we'll let that essential dry for a couple so it doesn't rub off. I think I want to do the better than black and just that heart reading. Yeah, definitely. I think that would look really cute, like especially like if I like blend it in, like blend it in. Oh, what's wrong? What happened? The table just moved. What the f*** you mean the table just moved? In the name of Jesus, leave us the f*** alone. What do you mean? I swear to God. Hell no!
The table with Liz's tattoo supplies suddenly rolls away from her all by itself. Liz and her customer are a bit freaked out, but try to remain calm. But then a chair lurches out from a table nearby, and the two have had about enough. They get up and just make a run for it. Tattoo artist Liz says that she has no idea what happened to them that day, but she believes that they might have experienced something, quote, far beyond the ordinary. Follow me on Twitter.
I think whoever it is off over here somewhere. And the reason why I say that is only because both of those things went off in that direction. So, if I had to guess, more than likely...
But then a chair lurches out from a table nearby.
More than likely, whoever is pulling the string on this one is off in this room somewhere. And more than likely, she is unaware of it. So that's probably why she was the first one out of there, if I had to guess. And again, we can't see everything in there. I mean, there's a closet right here. I mean, all you have to do is put one string going this way and another string on this and just pull it off in that direction, right? I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're taking the fun out of it. I'm not trying to. I just think there are some things I'm a little bit more aware of now. Look, if there is someone who is pulling the strings off in the distance, it would make sense for everything that has a string attached to it to go off in that direction. But the thing is, what do you guys think? Do you think I was right about a lot of those, or do you think I was wrong about a lot of those? And that's okay if you think I was wrong. Look, I'm only doing my best here. I'm no professional by any means. I just have fun watching some of these paranormal videos and trying to debunk them and actually figuring out the ones which are very hard to explain. Those are the ones I look for, like the pool table one, the pool stick one. I thought that was kind of interesting. So let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you hopping on in. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please do take care.
If you can't, can't stay, can't start to through. You